Most traders don't blow their accounts because they picked the wrong strategy. They don't fail because they didn't learn enough patterns. They don't fail because they didn't watch enough videos. They fail because of something they never truly understood. Something small, something silent, something that eats their account slowly, trade after trade, spread, and liquidity. And the worst part? Nobody warned you how dangerous they really are when your account is small. You open your chart, everything looks clean, structured, predictable. You mark your levels, you wait patiently, you see your setup forming, your heart starts beating faster. This is it, you tell yourself. You enter the trade, and instantly you're in the negative, not because you were wrong, but because the market charged you for showing up. That small red number you see immediately after entering, that's the spread. And if your account is small, that spread is not small at all. Imagine this, you have a $50 account. You risk maybe $2 or $3 per trade. You finally find a good setup on a pair like GBP/JPY. You enter. Boom. You're already down $1.20 just from spread. You haven't lost the trade yet, but mentally you already feel like you did. Now your brain starts whispering, close it early. Maybe this setup isn't good. What if it reverses? And before the trade even has time to play out, you sabotage it, not because you lack discipline, but because the spread put you under pressure from the very beginning. This is how small traders get psychologically trapped. They are not trading the market anymore. They are reacting to the pain of the spread. Now let's go deeper. Spread is the difference between the buying price and the selling price. Simple concept, but brutal impact. Because every time you enter a trade, you start in a loss. And if your account is big, that loss feels insignificant. But if your account is small, it feels like the market is already against you. Now add liquidity into the picture. Liquidity is what determines how easily your trade gets executed. High liquidity means smooth movement, tight spreads, reliable entries and exits. Low liquidity? That's where chaos lives. Spreads widen, orders slip, price jumps unpredictably. And guess who suffers the most in that environment? Small traders. Let's be real for a second. Big traders, banks, institutions, they don't care about a 2-pip spread. They don't care about minor slippage. Their accounts are massive, but you, every pip matters. Every dollar matters. Every mistake feels amplified. Now imagine you're trading during low liquidity hours, maybe late at night, maybe during a session overlap that's already fading. You see a perfect setup. You enter, but the spread suddenly widens. Your stop loss gets hit, not because price truly reached it, but because the spread expanded. You sit there confused, frustrated, angry. This market is manipulated, you say, but the truth is, you walked into a low liquidity trap, and no one told you how dangerous that is for a small account. Let me give you a real scenario. 2 traders, same strategy, same setup, same entry point. One trades EUR/USD during the London session. The other trades an exotic pair during a quiet market. The first trader enters with a tight spread, clean execution, price moves smoothly. The second trader, wide spread, delayed execution, erratic price movement. At the end of the trade, one wins, the other loses, not because of skill, but because of liquidity. This is the invisible disadvantage small traders carry. And it gets worse, because most beginners are attracted to the wrong pairs. They see big moves on gold, they see volatility on GBP pairs, they see fast profits, and they think, this is where I can grow my account faster. But what they don't see is the cost of entering those trades. Gold, for example, it moves fast, yes, but the spread can be brutal. If you're trading with a small account, that spread alone can eat a huge percentage of your risk. So now, even if your analysis is correct, you need price to move further just to break even. That extra distance, that's where most trades fail. Now your win rate drops, your confidence drops, and you start doubting yourself. But again, it's not your strategy, it's the environment you chose to trade in. This is why many small traders stay stuck. They jump from strategy to strategy, but never fix the real problem. They are trading in conditions designed to drain them. Let's talk about psychology now, because this is where things get dangerous. When spread and liquidity constantly work against you, you start developing bad habits. You close trades too early. You avoid holding positions. You start chasing entries. You overtrade. Because deep inside, you feel like time is against you. You feel like the market is taking from you before you even have a chance. And that creates desperation. And desperation is where accounts go to die. You start increasing lot sizes to recover faster. You start taking random trades. You stop following your plan, and slowly, your account bleeds out, not in one big loss, but in small, consistent cuts. Now here's the truth most people don't want to hear. If you have a small account, you cannot trade like someone with a big account. You don't have the luxury to ignore spread. You don't have the cushion to survive bad liquidity. You need precision. You need patience. You need to be selective. You need to choose pairs where the market works with you, not against you. Pairs with high liquidity, tight spreads, consistent behavior. This is why professional traders often stick to major pairs. Not because they are boring, but because they are efficient. They reduce friction, and when your account is small, reducing friction is everything. Think about it like this. If you're already at a disadvantage, why would you make the game harder? Why would you choose conditions that drain your account faster? This is not about excitement. This is about survival, because before you grow your account, you need to protect it. And spread and liquidity, they are either your silent allies or your invisible enemies. Most traders never realize this. They keep fighting the market, blaming manipulation, blaming brokers, blaming bad luck. But the truth is, they never learned how the game actually works. You don't beat the market by working harder. You beat it by understanding what's quietly working against you. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start noticing how certain pairs feel smoother, how some trades don't put you under instant pressure, how your psychology stays calmer. That's not luck. That's structure. That's liquidity. That's low spread working in your favor. And suddenly, trading feels different. Not easier, but cleaner, more controlled, more logical. And that's where growth begins. Not when you find a new strategy, but when you remove the hidden obstacles that were draining you all along. Because the biggest lie small traders believe is this: if I just find the perfect strategy, I'll succeed. But the truth is, even the best strategy will fail in the wrong conditions, and even an average strategy can succeed in the right environment. So the question is no longer, what strategy should I use? The real question is, am I trading in conditions that give me a fair chance? Because if you're not, then every trade you take is already fighting an uphill battle. And small accounts don't survive uphill battles for long. They survive efficiency. They survive discipline. They survive understanding the invisible forces that most traders ignore: spread, liquidity, silent, but deadly. And once you respect them, you stop trading like a beginner and start thinking like someone who actually wants to last in this game. Because survival, that's the part nobody talks about. Everyone is obsessed with growth, flipping accounts, turning $50 into $1,000. But what they don't realize is, the traders who actually make it, they first learn how not to lose. And spread and liquidity, they are the first enemies you must learn to survive. Let's go deeper into something most traders ignore: execution. You see, when you click that buy or sell button, you believe you entered at the price you saw, but in reality, that's not always true, especially when liquidity is low. The market doesn't owe you a perfect entry. If there aren't enough orders at your price, you get filled at the next available one. That difference, that's called slippage. And for a small account, slippage feels like theft. Imagine this. You plan your trade perfectly. You risk $2. You set your stop loss carefully. You calculate everything. You enter, but instead of getting in at your price, you're slipped by a few pips. Now your risk isn't $2 anymore. It's $2.50, maybe $3. Your entire plan just got distorted before the trade even started. Now combine that with spread. You enter in a worse position, And you're already negative, so now price has to move even further just to put you in profit. Do you see what's happening? You're not just trading the market anymore. You're fighting costs, invisible costs, and small accounts. They don't have the strength to absorb that. This is why some traders feel like, no matter what I do, I still lose. It feels like bad luck, but it's not. It's structure, it's conditions, it's the hidden mechanics of the market quietly working against you. Now let's talk about something even more painful. News, because news events are where spread and liquidity become extremely dangerous. You've probably seen it before. A big news release is coming. The market is about to move. You think, this is my chance to catch a big move. You enter just before the news, or right after, and suddenly, everything goes wrong. Spread explodes. Your trade goes deep into negative instantly. Price spikes wildly. Your stop loss gets hit in a second, and then the market goes exactly where you predicted. You sit there, staring at your screen, confused, frustrated, almost angry enough to quit. But here's the reality. During news, liquidity disappears. Big players pull their orders. The market becomes thin. And when the market is thin, spreads widen aggressively. That's not manipulation. That's how markets function. And if you're a small trader stepping into that environment, you're stepping into chaos. This is why experienced traders either avoid news completely or wait until the market stabilizes. But beginners, they run toward it because they see opportunity, they see speed, they see potential profits, but they don't see the cost. And again, it's not the strategy failing, it's the environment destroying the trade. Now let's shift into something even more subtle. Time of day, because liquidity is not constant. The market breathes. There are moments when it's alive and moments when it's empty. The London session, the New York session, these are high liquidity periods. This is where the market flows. Tight spreads, clean movement, reliable behavior. But then there are dead hours, late sessions, quiet periods, moments when the market barely moves. This is where small traders get trapped because they think a trade is a trade, but not all trades are equal. Taking a trade in high liquidity is not the same as taking one in low liquidity. One gives you a fair chance. The other puts you at a disadvantage before you even begin. Now think about your own trading. How many times have you entered a trade and it just didn't move? It stayed stuck, slow, unpredictable. You got bored. You closed early. Or worse, it suddenly spiked against you. That's not random. That's low liquidity behavior. That's the market telling you, this is not the right time. But most traders don't listen. They force trades. They chase action. Because sitting and waiting feels uncomfortable. And that impatience, combined with spread and poor liquidity, becomes a silent account killer. Now here's where things get real. You need to understand something clearly. The market is not designed for your convenience. It doesn't adjust for your account size. It doesn't care that you're risking your last $50. It operates based on volume, on participation, on global activity. And if you don't align yourself with that activity, you get left behind, or worse, you get drained slowly. So what does a smart, small trader do differently? They simplify. They don't chase every pair. They don't trade every session. They don't jump into every move. They focus, one or two major pairs, high liquidity, low spread. They learn how those pairs behave. They respect timing. They wait for the right conditions. And most importantly, they protect their account from unnecessary costs. Because at the end of the day, trading is not just about winning trades. It's about keeping as much of your money as possible. And if spread and liquidity are constantly taking from you, then even your wins won't feel like wins. You'll notice it. You'll win a trade, but the profit feels small, underwhelming, like something was taken from you. And that something is the cost of poor conditions. Now imagine the opposite. You take a trade, tight spread, clean entry, smooth movement. Your trade flows naturally, no pressure, no panic. You let it play out, and when you win, It feels right because nothing unnecessary was taken from you. That's the difference. That's what separates struggling traders from those who slowly build consistency. It's not always skill. Sometimes it's simply choosing the right battlefield. Because if you keep fighting in the wrong conditions, even your best efforts will fail. But if you place yourself in the right environment, even simple strategies can work. This is the shift. This is the awareness most traders never reach. They spend years chasing indicators, signals, mentors, secrets, but they ignore the foundation, the structure of the market itself. And once you understand that structure, you stop blaming yourself for everything. You start adjusting smarter. You start trading less, but better. And slowly, you stop feeling like the market is against you, because now you're finally working with it, not against it. And that is where real progress begins.